Hello, my name is Brian Ellis, and I'm here to provide you some background on my experience working with Biz Technology Solutions, an enterprise medical technology firm here in the Charlotte, North Carolina area. Now, we're a local company, and we service over 300 medical clients in the North and South Carolina area. I personally work with our clients to apply our company's strong technology background toward the medical community, including individual practices, physician networks, hospitals, and clearinghouses. This presentation is about the medical community and ways to measure your technology partner's value to your practice. Now, many of the clients I've worked with in the past came from relationships that they had with their former technology partner of 5 years or more. By applying a 5-step process, I was able to show my clients that change is sometimes necessary for the best of the practice's long-term goals. Unfortunately, many practices continue to follow the lead of a break-fix technology company based on finding them first in the yellow pages maybe 10 years ago, or found by some similar by-chance decision. Many times, because of outside pressures or because of some type of bias within the practice, we are forced to take shortcuts to get tasks done versus spending time making educated, sound decisions. It is important that your technology partner is chosen by what will be best for the practice, not on a few individual opinions and their fear of change. Now, at this very moment, there's a network of contacts, both internal and external, that is keeping your practice going. Productivity equals profit in the medical industry, and it often requires technology to achieve efficiency in many department-level workflows. A technology partner has the ability to make or break a business, so choosing the right one makes all the difference. When the time to make use of your technology partner comes, you have to ask yourself, how well will I be able to communicate with my technology partner during system downtime? How well will they understand my personal environment? How well will they be able to work with my other third-party vendors that supply technology for my practice? A small, one-provider family practice office experiences the same technical concerns of a 15-provider cardiology office. Often, the only real difference comes down to the level of budget able to be put towards supporting their technology. From practice management software and your practice's EMR to lab software and digital imaging equipment, medical practices are becoming more dependent on technology every day as they work to find ways to increase their efficiency and lower their cost of operations. Your technology partner, whether internal or external, should understand your environment and be able to support it efficiently. Now, more often than not, an internal technology support option isn't always the best choice for a practice because even an entry-level technician creates at least $40,000 in overhead expenses while still lacking the knowledge to handle all of the technology in use of your practice today. Their only focus would have to be on a break-fix reactive support model for your office, keeping your systems up as best they can. Now, maybe a more multi-talented engineer would be able to handle more responsibility, but they would also bring almost $80,000 in overhead expenses, not including the additional 15 to maybe 25% in overhead to cover this senior-level engineer's benefits. Often the practice's budget for an internal employee only allows for one technician, and they are burdened with a plate-spinning act of keeping your system up reactively. Now, if they're always busy, who then becomes responsible for your practice's technology strategy? The average practice office manager's training does not lie in the selection of technology for a practice, but they are the ones burdened with technology decisions because their current technology partner does not understand the nuances of medical technology and how to apply it to your specific practice type. When comparing vendors, there are some key factors to focus on when searching for the right technology partner. When it comes to supporting your complex infrastructure, it is critical to identify a vendor that is in the healthcare industry and understands your personal environment. By working with a vendor that is familiar with your practice specialty, your specific workflows can be taken into account when selecting new technology. And when support is needed for the software and equipment supporting those workflows, your technology partner helps facilitate that support effort, speaking both in the language of your providers and the third-party vendor as well. Your right technology partner will provide advice to help guide you through standard ways of handling your personal workflows based on their experiences and best practices from working with other medical clients of your practice size and practice specialty. Your technology partner should have experience and expertise supporting the technology specific to your practice specialty. Look for references from their current clients as well as what certifications their engineers have achieved. Now, sometimes going on certification alone helps you partner with someone who understands your environment, but references really help reveal the true capabilities of your possible selection. With your reference questions ready, you want to learn how this potential technology partner can show a history of success and confidently show credibility through their approach and strategy with their current clients. Ask reference questions that will give you true insight into the prospective technology partner, like, does the vendor respond to problems promptly? Is the vendor's response to critical issues quicker and placed at that higher priority based on a structured severity chart? Does the vendor follow a documented process each time and service you in a consistent manner regardless of the level of service required? You will want to ask the reference if they're able to communicate with the proposed vendor and understand each other clearly. Has the vendor been able to communicate with their other third-party vendors to provide a true single point of contact for all of your technology issues? Due to the complexity of the medical office environment, it is always a plus to work with a vendor that offers other areas of service that can be beneficial to your office. A technology partner that provides custom software development services can help integrate your different diagnostic and imaging equipment. Tying these systems together often helps enhance the reporting capabilities of your practice management software, EMR, or even your time clock. So you should ask the reference, has the vendor helped tie your technology together? Before you select any vendor, you really should do your homework to understand their support models and how these different options might fit into your own practice's workflow. A checklist should be created to compare your different potential technology partners so you can choose the one that best fits your needs. Some of the questions you might ask include, does the vendor offer flexible service pricing models? Can I use their services as needed, or do I require a contract? How are projects priced out so I can decide on whether the solution is going to be a good fit? And of course, things like, what is the stability of the vendor? How many years they've been in business? How many medical practices are they currently servicing, just like yours? You should use multiple avenues to understand your potential technology partner to gain a total picture of what the decision to use them will mean to your practice. Some avenues I would personally suggest would be seeking out other practices in your area to see how they are receiving support for their practice. Now, if you're a cardiologist and there are only 2 other cardiologists within that city or even that county, more than likely 2 out of these 3 practices are already using the same vendor to receive support for their technology. This could include anything from day-to-day support of their servers and workstations to things like their EKG vendor and the company providing associated support for that machine. Perhaps telephony vendor providing not only the handsets, but the DSL or T1 provider for the average practice's internet needs as well. The simple question of how do you handle it can gain real insight from your technology partner search and help make sure you select the best vendor available to you. Another often rich set of resources are regional and national medical organizations, whether tied to the Medical Group Managers Association's national presence or local groups that bring together members from hospitals, general or specialty practices, and the vendors that work with these groups. These medical and or dental focused organizations often have featured speakers that allow you to learn more about items affecting your medical community in a non-vendor specific fashion. Again, education of what is out there really helps accelerate that discovery phase of finding your right technology partner. Of course, it always makes sense to ask your current third-party vendors, like your practice management and EMR software vendors. Ask them who they have worked with before as far as technology support partners that are local or can possibly provide something that others can't, like application expertise. If a software vendor has worked with a technology support vendor before, the software vendor knows if they would be comfortable to suggest that vendor again to apply toward your practice's needs. The technology partner suggested by the software vendor will also often be chosen because they have helped him look good to his clients in the past. The software vendor knows he looks good when the suggested technology partner's level of understanding of his solution and a proper level of support provided to his client makes for a seamless transition of the practice's successful use of the software solution itself. Thus, it is in the software vendor's best interest to provide you with technology partner candidates that complement their software solution. Once you have chosen the right technology partner, you will want to work with your partner to receive a detailed technology health checkup and audit to understand where you are now and produce a blueprint to decide from when moving forward to where you want to be. Now, I discussed this in step 2, create a solid foundation.